Welcome back to Timeless Sagas, fellow history buffs. Today, we're diving deep into the shimmering, gleaming, and oh so desirable world of gold. That's right, the metal that has captivated human hearts and minds for millennia. So buckle up, because we're about to embark on a golden journey through time. Our tale begins in the mists of prehistory. Picture the scene, it's 40,000 years ago, and early humans are just beginning to express themselves through art and adornment. Gold, with its beautiful luster and malleability, quickly becomes a favorite material for these early artisans. In fact, the oldest known gold artifacts date back to the Varna culture of present-day Bulgaria, around 4600 BCE. These artifacts include small golden beads, rings, and other trinkets. Clearly, our ancient ancestors had an eye for bling. But wait, let's not get too caught up in the allure of these shiny baubles. We must first ask ourselves, what is gold, and why has it been so universally prized throughout human history? Gold is a chemical element, with the symbol O, from the Latin aurum, and atomic number 79. It's a soft, dense, and ductile metal, making it easy to shape and work with. Its distinctive yellow color and resistance to tarnish have no doubt contributed to its widespread appeal. Now, let's fast forward a few thousand years to the civilizations of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia. Gold was already an essential part of their cultures, used for religious ceremonies, funerary rites, and as a symbol of wealth and power. Pharaohs were buried with vast amounts of gold, as they believed it would accompany them into the afterlife. Just think of the fabulous treasures discovered in the tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922. Meanwhile, in Mesopotamia, the Sumerians were crafting intricate gold jewelry and developing the first known system of weights and measures for the metal. This laid the groundwork for gold's eventual role as currency, a development that would truly change the world. Speaking of currency, let's hop on our time machine and travel to the kingdom of Lydia and present-day Turkey, around 600 BCE. The Lydians were the first to mint gold coins, which featured the image of a lion and were made from a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver called electrum. These coins were a game-changer, as they made trade and commerce much simpler and more efficient. Soon, other civilizations began minting their own gold coins, and the age of gold currency was born. As we traverse the centuries, we witness the rise and fall of great empires, and with them, the ebb and flow of gold. In ancient Rome, gold was a symbol of power, wealth, and social status. Julius Caesar famously seized vast quantities of gold from Gaul, which he used to fund his political career and military conquests. In fact, gold was so important to the Romans that they developed sophisticated hydraulic mining techniques to extract it from the earth. This, in turn, increased the gold supply and contributed to the expansion of the Roman Empire. Now, let's sail across the Atlantic to the Americas, where we find the indigenous civilizations of the Aztecs, Mayans, and Incas. These cultures also held gold in high esteem, associating it with the sun and the gods. They crafted stunning gold artifacts, such as masks, statues, and jewelry, which tragically led to their downfall. You see, when the Spanish conquistadors arrived in the 16th century, they were dazzled by the abundance of gold and became obsessed with obtaining it. This lust for gold drove them to plunder and destroy these ancient civilizations, forever changing the course of history. The Spanish conquest of the Americas brought a massive influx of gold back to Europe, sparking a veritable gold fever. This fever intensified with the discovery of gold in various parts of the world, such as Brazil, Australia, and South Africa. The California Gold Rush of 1849 is perhaps the most famous example of this phenomenon, as it drew hundreds of thousands of people to the wilds of the American West in search of fortune. Throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries, gold continued to play a central role in the global economy. Countries adopted the gold standard, which meant that their currencies were directly linked to a fixed amount of gold. This system was meant to provide stability and trust in the international monetary system, but it ultimately collapsed during the Great Depression of the 1930s. In the mid-20th century, the United States and other countries abandoned the gold standard in favor of a system based on fiat currency, which is money that is valued because a government says it does. Despite this shift, gold has maintained its allure as a safe haven investment, particularly during times of economic uncertainty. And that brings us to the present day, where gold continues to captivate the human imagination. From jewelry and fine art to cutting-edge technology and even space exploration, gold remains an integral part of our lives. So there you have it, my fellow history enthusiasts, a whirlwind tour of the history of gold. From the dawn of civilization to the modern era, this precious metal has shaped our world in countless ways. As we continue to uncover new uses and applications for gold, one thing is certain, its timeless appeal will never fade. Thank you for joining me on this golden journey through time. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe to Timeless Sagas, and stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the annals of human history. Until next time, keep exploring the past to understand the present.